In the last video, we introduced policy-based routing and how it allows us to influence routing decisions using policies instead of relying solely on the routing table. In this video, we're going to focus on real-world use cases when PBR is actually used in production networks and why traditional routing alone isn't always enough. Just as a quick recap, normal routing decisions are made by the routing table based on metrics and administrative distance. Policy-based routing allows us to influence those decisions using policies that are evaluated before the routing table. PBR is applied inbound on an interface and only affects the traffic that matches the policy. All other traffic continues to use normal routing behavior. One of the most common real-world use cases for policy-based routing is dual ISP traffic steering. In environments with multiple internet connections, the routing table will typically select a single best path for all traffic. With PBR, we can intentionally separate traffic, forcing certain traffic to use one ISP, while other traffic uses another based on business or operational requirements. Voice and video traffic are highly sensitive to delay, jitter, and packet loss. A routing table alone has no awareness of application requirements. It simply chooses the best metric. Policy-based routing allows us to identify voice or video traffic and force it onto a preferred low-latency path. PBR selects the path, and quality of service policies can then be applied to properly prioritize that traffic. Guest and bring your own device networks often share the same infrastructure as internal networks. By default, routing tables may allow this traffic to traverse internal paths if routes exist. Policy-based routing allows us to identify guest traffic and force it directly to the internet, ensuring it never touches internal WAN or corporate resources. All of these use cases have a common theme. Policy-based routing is applied at the edge of the network, inbound, and only affects traffic that matches a defined policy. Any traffic that does not match continues to use the normal routing table. At the end of the day, PBR exists to enforce business intent, not to replace routing protocols. Policy-based routing works best at the edge of the network, where traffic first enters the routing domain. It's commonly used in small to medium-sized environments where traffic requirements are clear and intentional. PBR is most effective when there are multiple available paths and a defined reason to steer traffic in a specific way. While policy-based routing is powerful, it's not designed for every situation. It should generally be avoided in core networks and large or highly dynamic environments. If a routing protocol can solve the problem, it's usually the better and more scalable choice. PBR should be used intentionally, not by default. In this video, we focused on where policy-based routing is used and when it makes sense. In the next part, we'll go deeper into PBR design considerations, failover behavior, and common pitfalls to avoid when deploying it in real networks. As always, thanks for learning with me, and I'll see you in the next one.